So this is the fabric I've chosen. It is nylon spandex in matte, and I chose it because it was fairly thick and had a little bit of stretch to it, and it seemed a good substitute for skin. So I'm actually using rite dye here, which requires hot water. So I poured in some hot water, and then I take the rite dye bottle, here is tan, and I pour in the appropriate amount. Basically I just poured until I thought it looked good. I'm not exactly accurate. And then I took one of my, I decided to do two colors, so I put one half of it in there and I submerged it in. Here I would suggest you use gloves, and I will show you my hands later. Please use gloves. It will make your hands less red. So here I'm basically starting to prepare the second dye, and I used a darker brown for this. So I used cocoa brown and a little bit of pink for the darker color, which actually ends up being my lighter color. I'll explain that in a second. But here is the color it didn't turn out. If you notice, I have a bunch of samples over here. For some reason, the fabric was turning out green, and the lighter color ended up being a slightly green, so I ended up making it my darker color to hide the green. But, so I used cocoa brown and a little bit of pink for this other color. And again, I just added some hot water and agitate it. And do notice that this color seems extremely dark right here, but when it dries out, it gets much lighter. So always go for a slightly darker tone than you think, and try to go for a darker tone than you think you need. As you can see, my hands look horrible. Please wear gloves. But the darker color is actually the lighter color I was dyeing originally, and it had a dye error that turned it green, so I just use it for the darker color. But those two seem to be pretty decent. I can use those as skin tones, and I'm happy with them.